the LMS show. Hello, my name is Lenny Matthews. Give yourselves a big hand. You watching LMS via those social medias? All you watching LMS on the cable, we welcome you. I really welcome you. I met this young lady, well, one of the local politicians. I have to give her a big hand because, in fact, we use some of her material on the extra show. She had a monthly meeting. A lot of politicians don't have monthly meeting to meet their constituents. You know, I don't know what's wrong now. Well, as Martin said, "What's up?" What's up? They don't do that. But also too, she give you a chance to network with other people. You know, have a good time. I got a couple of people out of there too. I can never complain. This young lady who's coming up in a few minutes. Give us your name, my friend.
LeMay Facey.
Say that name again.
LeMay Facey.
Say it out loud if you don't mind.
LeMay Facey.
Give her a big hand, everybody. Miss Facey, a lot of people sit back and ignore and say, "Oh well, that ain't gonna never happen to me." It could happen to you. Tell us what happened to you.
First, I just wanted to say I have my kids and it was recently taken away with public assistance. Oh, sorry.
No, just take relax.
It was recently taken away with CPS. That's Child Protected Service. And I'm here to let people aware of their rights, that the same rights that the government made, I think they need to be abide by their own law. A lot of parents may look at it and say, you know what, maybe that person deserve it because of what CPS put on that paperwork, not because everything is on black and white that you should believe it. The parents doesn't have the protection that they need, and because of that, it's like they don't know where else to turn, especially when it comes to their kids. You carry your child for 9 months, but you carry your child in your heart forever. And I think it's wrong that the government using their power to take advantage of these parents.
In what way?
Because I think they need to, whatever CPS does, I think they need to come in and investigate their work. Because they could put anything on the paperwork and have your child taken away. Your neighbor could call CPS against you because they have problem against you. It could be jealousy, it could be many different reasons. And they could come in and terrorize your family. And there's no proof.
Really terrorize your family too, because they be going to everybody's business.
Exactly.
And no one's exempt.
And a lot of parents doesn't want to come out and speak out because they feel they have a lot of things that they have to hold back. Sometimes they might have housing, Section 8, disability, or have welfare, and they're scared because they feel if they come out that these things could be taken away from them. And it's just so sad because it's the lower class, lower income family that are being affected by the system.
You know, I'll say this though, and I'm not mentioning any celebrity names. Y'all see them in the papers the past couple of days or whatever it is. One sit back and show the goods in the street. Their child should be taken away for them. You know, but it's the little guy that, we won't mention names, and I'm not giving them a free ride. But they should be taken. The little guy look like they get him or her all the time.
Exactly.
Because I was reading this book. I got this book. It's called, I didn't get a chance to read it. I read a little bit of it, called Arrest Proof. And it's written by a former policeman. And they were saying, in short, they're not after, they're a pyramid. They're not after the career criminals too much. They're not after the other guys in the middle. Their bread and butter is little people like us. And
Exactly.
I guess a CPS runs that kind of game too.
Because that's exactly what they are. Your child is just an income to them. I don't feel they're there to protect these kids. And I feel a lot of these kids that have kids in the system is kids that already been raised by the system. Now, if your child is in the system because CPS raised that child, that means there's a problem. If you have so many parents in the system who was already a part of the system, that raised with the system, and now their kids is in the system. That gives people things to think about.
You know, I was thinking about foster care. I remember at my former church I used to go to, there was a deacon in the church. Every year, and this is many years ago, you know, he used to get a new Cadillac every year. Ride like a dream. I mean, he had a new car, ride like a dream. I'm not plugging Cadillac, no, but he got like a luxurious car every year. And what he brought along with that car note to get paid every month, he had 3 kids. They were foster kids, little titty toddlers. So they were paying that car bill. Next year he gets a new ride like a dream. He had a new set of kids. You know, I'm not trying to be funny. Also, to with defending CPS for a quick second, is that you have people who are very dedicated to the core, but they have people on top of them who don't want to do anything. Also, too, in most cases, they may have different divisions, and working for the, you know, for this retired from the city, know the deal. They sit back here. One division fight against the other division.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on in the court system because they all work
together.
But
also too, and within that, and within CPS too, they want, you know, one thing that there's, you know, this and that and the other.
Yeah, they all work together. The court system all work together. The criminal court, the judge, the lawyer. God forbid if you can't afford a lawyer, I feel sorry for you because they all works together.
But we go
at the end of the day, they go home to their family. They're not worrying about your family.
Oh.
They go home to their family, so they don't care that they actually making up accusation against some parents.
You have a case where we're not going to say too much on the air.
Okay.
I have to say this.
Right.
Is that this is pending. We're not putting out the case in the street, okay? Because this is still in the courts, and they have to make a decision. And the reason why you said that you came today is for parents, for people to be aware that this could happen to you. You know, you could have a relative could do it, and this was from an anonymous source. It was an anonymous source. You could have a relative, you could have a baby daddy, baby mama. Anybody can sit back here and if they want to do, they could. If they don't like you and they don't like how you style your hair, they go pick up the phone. Funniest thing, the CPS come faster than the police to your house.
Yeah.
Damn.
Faster.
This is why I'm here, to let parents know their rights. If CPS ever comes to you and try to tell you, okay, they are going to find your service, find your own service. I beg of you, find your own service because it's all set up. You find your own service. If they want you to have psychiatric evaluation, if they want you to have therapy, counseling, do your own research. Know your rights, because if you don't know your rights, they are going to railroad you.
You did your own, in most cases, when we were talking on many cases, you have done your own research. And also, too, because they know that, like I said, the bread and butter crowd, they know that you can't be running back and forth to court all the time, because after a while, you keep running back and forth to court. If you have a job, you're not going to have a job. And they're going to, as Urkel would say, they're going to wear you down.
Yeah, I believe.
And that's what they want to do. They want to wear you down, right?
Exactly. I believe they are trying to burn you out. This is what they do. They burn the parents out, especially if they know you don't have any support behind you. And I wanted to let people know that your babies is #1 cash public service. They cash in so much on your babies. And if they get a hold of your babies, it's very hard to get your babies out of the system. Then it will be to get the teenagers them out there, because the babies is vulnerable. This is what foster parents call for, is babies. They don't want the teenagers. They're quick to put the teenagers back with the parents. And even if you want help with the teenagers, they quick to put the kids back. And because when they finish with the teenagers, they put them on the street if the parents doesn't want them. And that's what happened. And that's why you have so much homeless on the street, so many kids running around without the parents, because you know what? They tore their family structure apart. And it's so sad because most people who are affected by this is the Black and the Latino.
Amen. Behind that.
So this is why I want to let people to know that you have to fight. It doesn't matter what stage of education you have, you are the people, and you write the Constitution rights. You stand up and you fight. You fight with everything that you have, because there's only one thing promised to a man, is death. And it's how you're going to live it before you die. You get up and you fight. And you fight for your rights, because those kids need you. They didn't ask to be here. They need you. You fight for your child. Do not let the system take what belongs to you.
I'd like to ask you a question. When the short time that you have your child, you really love your child, right? You really
I love my child very much.
Recently, you mentioned to me that they have the person who's taking care of them. They're getting, they're teeny toddlers. They're getting attached more to them than to you.
Exactly. It's more hurtful when you have to go and visit your child and your baby don't even recognize you. And it's just so sad, because even when they do turn back that child to you, now that child is dysfunctional. That child is going to be confused. This is what you do. And then what happened now when the child grew up now and have to go to school and school complaining about that child? Because you already tore that love, that comfort from that child that a parent, a mother or a father is supposed to give their child. You take it away. You are harming these kids more than you're actually trying to help them. If you are actually trying to help them, help the parent be a better parent to that child. Instead of tearing away from that child, that first toddler, that first year of love, that bondment.
You got robbed of that, is that?
Yes, I feel they railroad me. They take away what's so precious to me. You took my child away from my breast milk. My child doesn't know what it is to bond with a mom, because you took it away. And I wanted parents to know that you get out and you fight. Now, I'm not against CPS with a lot of things, because there's a lot of parents who need their child taken away.
Period.
But you need to do your investigation. You need to do a correct investigation. Not because one parent done something bad, the good have to suffer for the bad. Do proper investigation. I think the government needs to come in and investigate these cases, investigate CPS, to make sure they are doing their proper work. They abide by their rules and not railroading these parents just for whatever cash they could make off these kids. These are people's life that you are playing with. You are trying to burn out the parents, and it's not right, because you're going to have a lot of kids around here running around without parents. What about those kids who run in the street but don't have parents? Go pick them up. Go pick them up. You coming in people's house who trying to raise these kids. Bad enough you guys take out the religion away from parents. I remember when I was going to school, you could say prayer in school. You could bring your Bible. These kids have no structure. They have no guidance. And
on that note, I would like to thank you very much for joining me today on the LMS show, and joining everyone on the LMS show. We're going to bring you back at a later date, and probably on our social network, and we want you to tell us what's happening with you. We're going to stay on this.